Tune in now. Welcome. We are live. We are the Fanatical Elfz show. It is day one of the NFL draft. Welcome, everybody. We are so excited to be here. We are live. Come join us if you're watching from wherever you're watching. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're everywhere, and I'm right here. And we've got our cast and crew of great guys that are contributors to our Fanatical Elfz network. Let's go around the room. I'll introduce them and then say hi to the folks. Steve Gill. Hello.
Hi, folks. Hi, Draftniks. And if you're a Browns fan and you're watching tonight, man, I would suggest you seek professional help.
And then we have our Village Elliot. Hello.
Hi there, John.
We are so happy to have you here.
Well, it's very nice to be here. Draft night is always exciting. It's less exciting this year because we don't have any draft choices, but other than that, it's great.
And did you bring your orange Kool-Aid? Are we drinking the orange Kool-Aid today?
Metaphorically, yes. I was very pessimistic about the Browns earlier in the offseason, but I believe that they have made enough free agent signings. They've moved some salary downstream into the future. I think the future still looks horrible, but for this year, they've cleared enough salary cap space that they can once again sign free agents, and I do think that they've done enough that they're going to have a good team. So you have to take my word for it that there's orange Kool-Aid inside my Cleveland Browns cup here, but I'm drinking it.
Excellent. Joel, welcome to the show, our left guard.
Hey, welcome. Thanks for letting me be a part of the evening festivities here. I'm not drinking orange Kool-Aid. I'm drinking the purple alcoholic Kool-Aid because of the honor of Lamar Jackson signing that contract.
Excellent. Guys, we're here now. So if you're watching tonight live, I'm kind of off the picture. We've got the live TV of the NFL Network here, so you can follow along with us. I'm sure you're watching from home, but we're just going to hang out here with you guys. And as everybody is watching, we're going to be watching with you. We'll be analyzing throughout the night some of the picks that come up and talking about it. So, yeah,
Can
Lamar.
I ask you a question?
Yeah.
John, I just squirted some orange Kool-Aid up my nose, but why are we honoring Lamar Jackson? That one did not compute for me, Joel.
There's much more time for Lamar Jackson to sit on the disabled list, and
I really think that he, think about it though. He's really not he's a great quarterback, kind of, but I'm not scared of him anymore. And like you said, he's going to be on the IR.
I'll say this about Lamar Jackson. Here's why I'm all pro, all for Lamar Jackson signing a contract. So first of all, when he came into the league, he ran that gimmick offense that some teams only saw once every 4 years. Okay, so when you see one offense every 4 years, you're not preparing for it. So anytime you saw an NFC team on that schedule, they're going to win that game because they're not going to want to put a lot of time in to prepare for that. Then the AFC team saw it once every 3 years, and then plus the teams that were slotted second or whatever in the divisions in the AFC on the schedule. So teams rarely saw Lamar Jackson. So now that they've seen him for 4 years, okay, everybody knows what he's about.
Right.
And they're changing offenses. But another thing that's happened since he's come in the league is that the league has gone from the big linebackers that are run stoppers to people like JOK, right?
Yes.
Smaller, faster people that can chase him from sideline to sideline. I saw Jacob Phillips chase Lamar Jackson down from the opposite hash mark all the way to the sideline and push him out of bounds for no gain. That did not happen when Lamar Jackson came into this league.
Yeah.
So his game is no longer what it was. So he is going to have to learn how to throw the ball to win football games. Now, he can do it. I'm not saying he can't. He can, but I will take my chances with Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson. I mean, I'd probably even take Kenny Pickett if you're going to like sit there and throw in the pocket all day and run pro level offenses. All right. So
Elliot's
going to throw some numbers at me.
Yeah,
He's going to throw a book at me.
He is.
Yeah,
he
I'll
is.
throw some numbers at you. Yeah, I actually, I'm generally skeptical of the recent trend towards quarterbacks being paid a higher percentage of the salary cap than they were in the past. Right now, we're in the range of typically approaching 20% of the salary cap, whereas 10, 15 years ago, it was more like maybe 12%. And I don't think that the quarterbacks have gotten that much better. Maybe they have. Patrick Mahomes has justified that by winning the Super Bowl with a higher percentage salary cap in the season that he won the Super Bowl than was ever accomplished before. But Lamar Jackson is going to be a nice, comfortable number now. It's actually gone down since he signed his contract. He's not going to be paying or not going to be drawing $32 million.
Is he getting $1 million?
No, it's not going to be $1 million.
Oh, he's going to be suspended.
What counts is the amount that he will be charged in the salary cap charge for 2023. That's all we care about really is this season. And it'll probably be some kind of nice number like 15 million or something like that. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
But
so, Elliot, I want to say this in response.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL is not the same NFL as it was 10, 12 years ago. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The reflection of a higher salary cap hit for quarterbacks is the reflection of how this is now a quarterback league. I would say a while ago it is a quarterback league, but it's not like it is now. If you don't have a guy that can throw the ball all over the yard, you're not going to win football games. You may win some football games, but you're not going to win in the Super Bowl. Teams that win the Super Bowl have these guys that are just incredible, that can throw the ball over the place, and you have to pay them. So they get paid that percentage because they're worth it to your team. So I understand what you're saying, that the percentage of the cap is going up, but the importance of the quarterback to the overall success of the team is probably a proportionate percentage as is reflected in the cap.
Well, I know. I think the pendulum is going to swing the other way. I think too many teams are getting burned by stupid contracts like Matty Ryan and the Wentz deal.
Matt Ryan was a bad contract?
Yeah, Matty Ryan had a big contract, and Atlanta really took it in the undershorts because they had to pay him off. And Carson Wentz had a big contract. And even Aaron Rodgers, as good as he is costing the Green Bay Packers 40-some-odd million this season, even though he's not playing for the Green Bay Packers. And teams are going to get tired of paying that kind of money. And I think that the pendulum will swing back the other way. Now, the quarterbacks are not going to suffer, but I think it will be trending back towards the 12-14% level rather than the 18 to 20% level. That's just my opinion. Anyway, I don't like Lamar Jackson's big, fat, hairy contract. I think it's probably a little bit more than Baltimore should have paid, but it's not going to hurt them.
Good for them.
Season. Neither is Deshaun Watson's contract going to hurt the Browns this season. We'll worry about it in a couple of years. We are not going to worry about it this season. Deshaun Watson's cap hit this season is just fine. It's about $19 million. It's very affordable. The Browns may have problems with some of the other players that they've signed on the play now, buy later plan, but it's okay. The Browns are in good shape, relatively speaking, in terms of the salary cap situation. They can afford to sign some free agents, and they have. We're going to have a well-staffed team in 2023.
Hey, I got a question, guys. Do you want to shift gears here to the number one pick here? They're showing all these guys on the screen here, and Will Levis's perfectly punchable face is on the screen. Well, it was, but Let me just ask you guys.
Look at that crowd. You guys see the crowd there? They're showing that they're in Kansas City.
Have they drafted yet?
I love KC. Yep. Gotta love
Apparently
KC.
it's not 2020 and you can put
Did they
that many
draft
people
Stroud
around.
yet?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're on the clock yet, but
Okay.
you're overestimating Carolina's ability to make an intelligent, informed decision here.
Oh, no kidding.
Hey, by the way, Joel, I gotta interrupt you. Like you were like, you've been talking to us, off air about how you're kind of getting used to this whole podcasting thing, getting, acclimated. But in listening to your awesome interview the other day with your buddy there from Carolina, you and him had done some podcasting previously.
I was a part of a Carolina Panthers podcast for about 6 months. Called On the Prowl Podcast, where we podcasted the Carolina Panthers. In fact, next week we're going to do the After Pick podcast with not only Braden again, but the actual guy who ran the On the Prowl podcast. So we're going to, quote unquote, get the band back together and make it happen. So I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, there's a somewhat investment for me in this number one pick because, I know we all have our favorite Browns team, but sometimes some of us have a favorite NFC team and, somebody to watch. And I kind of moonlight as a Panthers fan.
Steve, are you a Carolina fan at all? Or are you sticking with Tennessee?
I'm not even a Tennessee
No,
fan.
that's true. Wait, time out.
Give me a break.
NFC
Fans
here.
Their fans are insufferable. I'm sorry, but they are.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Tennessee and Nashville, you talked about in the last show about how crazy Nashville is downtown. I was reading a story the next day and they were saying that the very same thing. I thought it was pretty funny.
Oh, if you live here, you don't go downtown unless you work there.
What's the issue with downtown?
You can't
Are
get
you
there.
kidding
Right?
me?
I've driven around, Nashville.
I guess, is it that nice?
Well, first of all, you have the bridesmaid parties. We're the second largest city behind Las Vegas to host bridesmaid parties.
Okay.
And we call them the woohoo girls because they get drunk and go woohoo. And then you got the transportation, which are buses, tractors hauling trailers. You name it. They're all getting drunk. The music's really loud. It's unbearable to go downtown. They shut down like 3 blocks. They used to only do it on the weekends. Now I think they do it every night. Downtown is just too crazy.
Next time I'm driving to a small town and I get behind a horse and buggy or a tractor on the back roads, I'm going to think, this is like driving in Nashville.
Exactly. Except there aren't a bunch of drunk women in the back of it.
Yelling, woo!
Woo!
Now, let me ask you this. So, so the Carolina thing, Joel, and then with this Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, CJ Stroud was like the leading candidate forever, and now it seems like this new test came out and it was low, and so there's this rumor that's been thrown out there by other NFL teams to try to throw everybody off on a loop. So is this all just a smoke and screen of it's not real?
And I'm glad you brought this up because I brought this up for an extended measure, about 20 minutes on my podcast. Somebody wants CJ Stroud badly, and they want him to fall.
Okay,
pretty bad that they're putting this stuff out there.
Who would that be?
I don't know. I mean, how far does he have to fall for the team to want that person? I mean, I think Stroud said it best. I'm a football player, not an S2 test taker.
Not a test taker.
I mean, I probably couldn't hear it on the other podcast, but I'm asking Braden, how do you evaluate a quarterback? And I just tell him how I evaluate a quarterback. I'm watching film. I'm
watching footwork.
Footwork. I want to see what a defense is doing to a guy. I tell you what, if I had to draft a quarterback just on how defenses defended people, I would take CJ Stroud all day long. All day long.
Yeah.
Because Young needs 1 or 2 defined options. And after that 1 or 2 defined options break down, his mechanics break down. He starts jumping in the air, throwing off his back foot. I mean, he's like the Anderson Varejao of pocket passers, man. This guy's going to flop.
So
he jumps backwards and falls over. He's going to get so many penalties, man.
Carolina's 1 and Houston's 2. Are the Texans just idiots when it comes to drafting? I mean, here they can get a quarterback.
The problem is C.J. Stroud has the same agent as Deshaun Watson, and the Texans and his agent really, really don't like each other. Now, to put that kind of animosity ahead of drafting talent is stupid. It is just plain stupid. I mean, so what? Drew Rosenhaus doesn't get along with people, but, the Browns have like 5 guys who are represented by him, and they're fine with him.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I just don't get why C.J. Stroud is considered not the number 1 pick. And I'm a little biased. I'm an Ohio State fan. But, you look at the other options. Bryce Young is small. I mean, so what? He's got the it factor. Well, Baker Mayfield had the it factor.
Well,
too.
if he's got the
Johnny
it factor,
Manziel
then we got to
had the
go
it
with
factor.
it.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel. And he was a shrimpy, too.
Joel, I got to tell you. Go ahead, Steve.
And then you bring in Will Levitt and Anthony Robinson.
They've got the it factor, too.
If you lose to my alma mater, Vanderbilt, you shouldn't be a number 1 draft pick. I'm sorry.
I think he looks like the good all-American white boy with the blonde hair and big arm, big guy. People are like, oh my God, I can put him on billboards. He can sell us tickets. Like, I don't know what. I don't get it. He would be perfect in Texas with that owner and how much like he and Deshaun Watson to get along. The McNairs. I'm just saying, those two would be like a fit in a glove, man. Like, we got the perfect little white boy we're trotting out there, and I got to stop. But
careful.
Put him on the put him on the billboard. We're good.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get banned from Twitter. Just watch.
Oh, they're going to announce I think we're starting the clock here.
Okay.
We've got the gal from Saturday Night Live, who is.
Yeah, I don't watch TV, so I don't even know who this person is.
So we've got the NFL Network on here. I don't know if you guys are watching ESPN, but I got NFL Network going.
Who's this guy on the right?
And then this guy, he's the guy from the TV. What's the TV show that the family? He's from Kansas City, so.
Yeah, like that guy Biff from Back to the Future's from Kansas City, wasn't he? No, I'm being serious. I went to a philosophy conference in Kansas City and like watching the news in the hotel room and like they brought that guy out, Biff. I'm like, that's Biff from Back to the Future.
Look at that crowd in Kansas City. Oh, there he is.
I tell you.
Uh-oh, Patrick Mahomes bringing out with Travis Kelce.
Wonder how many cows they had to kill to barbecue for that many people.
Boy, would you guys like to see Travis Kelce in a Cleveland Browns uniform eventually?
I don't know if he'd be the same tight end as he is with Patrick Mahomes. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Elliot,
I was going to make an argument about C.J. Stroud about quarterbacks that play for super teams.
Yes.
The problem is that you can't really judge because there is no bad play.
Yeah.
You throw into double coverage, that's a good play.
Right.
Wow, he really threaded the needle on that one. No, it's the receiver made a fantastic play on it. So you have to be really careful.
No matter where C.J. Stroud goes, he will not have the same wide receiver core like he has at Ohio State.
Yes,
that's true.
That will not happen.
That's very true.
And if he goes to Carolina, he's not going to have a real true number 1 receiver there anyway.
Speaking of not totally different subject, well, not this different subject, but prior to this just starting right now, they had the red carpet where they had the players be introduced and they talked to the NFL Network. And C.J. Stroud had he had his mom there and his sister and spoke very highly. It was interesting to see all the other guys that came up. That Joey Porter kid that's Joey Porter Jr., his dad played for the Steelers. I never liked the guy. Anyway, the kid, he came up by himself. He said that Dad wasn't ready yet at the hotel or wherever, so he came. I thought that was funny. Yeah.
Well, yeah, his father was not quick, so if he's a little slow, that's typical.
Hey, where's your terrible towel? You got your terrible towel out?
I do have a terrible towel.
We should, anytime we talk about the Steelers or Squealers.
Was Porter Sr., was he the guy that started the fight on the middle of the field in Cincinnati?
Yes. He starts all the...
What in the world, man?
He liked to start everything. He was always a talker.
The thing of it is, he went out and he picked a fight with a player, and that's how they beat the Bengals. It's messed up.
There is,
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I live in that Cincinnati area. You're not forgetting it.
So Frank Reich is the new... So, Joel, Frank Reich is the new coach of the Carolina Panthers. A good coach, good pickup, you believe, could lead the Panthers back to...
he's out of that speaking of Kansas City, he's out of that lineage right there from, I can't think of his head coach's name right now. It's off the top of my head.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, out of that Andy Reid system. So they're going to look a lot like look a lot like Philadelphia next year. So, the Jalen Hurts model, the whole in the shotgun, that kind of thing. My question is, can they protect, if they take Bryce Young, which I hope they don't do, but if they do, they're going to have to protect him somehow. They're going to figure something out.
There's 8 minutes left in the clock here, so we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, they're just milking this so they can get all the Panthers talk out there for the first pick.
Of course.
How did you become this Panther fan? Tell the fans the story again, because you're a Browns fan, but you...
Oh, I'm a Browns fan at heart. So it actually came to me through Kung Fu. So I do Lai Tung Pai Kung Fu, and Ellie and I were talking about Kung Fu. And the style that I do actually has its base of operations in Charlotte. So whenever I would go to Charlotte, people would know that I would write for Dog Pound Daily, and I knew a lot about football just from conversations. So they're always asking me, what about the Panthers? What about this? What should the Panthers do? This. So finally I just gave in and watched an entire season of the Panthers. Fell in love with Luke Kuechly, by the way. That guy was amazing. Cincinnati guy,
Yes.
But, it kind of just stuck. I just kind of followed him, rooted. Eventually you find yourself rooting for him, and it just kind of stuck there, But they never really were my I am a Browns fan, period. And on the side, I kind of keep an eye on Carolina and I root for them and that kind of thing. But when they played that first week, I was there with my Browns everything. So there was no question.
Oh, you were at the game. You went there. Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, so we went there to the game because, like I said, I got a lot of friends there.
Yes.
So we just kind of.
If I'd have known that, I'd have gone with you. I almost drove there just because I wanted to see Baker.
Hey, speaking of, we got to get together and go to that. What's this place we got to join up and go to lunch or breakfast? There's a place off of I-70. You said, Joel?
I was just talking about there's a station off of Ohio 40 off of I-70. It's just a Haslam owned. Well, actually, the Haslams don't own it, but Berkshire Hathaway owned Pilot Flying J.
Oh.
I figured it'd be appropriate.
Yeah.
I get back onto this whole Panthers first pick thing. I think CJ Stroud's the better pick. He will stand there in the pocket and look for somebody to throw to a fault. And I guess if I had to pick a fault that I would had to fix, I would rather fix a guy and say to him, when there is 10 yards ahead of you, move the sticks. Just run 10 yards and slide.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to tell somebody, okay, if your first two reads aren't there, run for your life and don't get hit. Because that's what they're going to have to tell Bryce Young.
Yes. Yeah, I would be. I mean, my pick, CJ Stroud should be taken number one here.
Right now the odd makers have Young going number one, Stroud going two.
Okay.
That's the latest odds.
Houston would be smart to take Stroud. Houston's just made so many stupid picks over the years,
Yeah, I know. Well, decisions, but Bill O'Brien's not there anymore, so.
So after those two picks,
wasn't he in Alabama for a while with Bryce Young?
Now, what's this news about?
Oh, well, yeah, he went to Alabama. The Nick Saban Reclamation League. Everybody goes there, it gets better, and then they go on and go back to the NFL.
Now, what's this? So I heard a rumor in the last hour or so about Arizona. The Cardinals are trying to move back from their 3 spot and throw in DeAndre Hopkins.
And that's the sticking point.
Okay.
Nobody wants Hopkins' contract.
I'll say if that goes
right.
down, we need to call up Bill Polian and find out if it's legal for teams in the NFL to offload contracts, because you can't trade contracts, you have to trade picks.
Yes.
You guys remember that? When the Browns traded for gargantuan guy, I don't know what his name, 6'7" dude. And the Browns traded cap space. Well, nobody traded cap space. Brock Eisweiler.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody traded cap space. We just took their bad contract, ate it on our cap space, and then cut the guy. You know?
And the draft pick turned into Nick Chubb.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of, well, not speaking of, I just wanted to throw this out at you. Houston tonight again. They pick at number 12, which would have been the Browns.
2 and 12.
Which would have, the 12 pick would have been the Browns pick. That's the pick that
Houston
got from us. Okay. So I'm kind of interested to see what they take at 12, if they keep at 12.
Yeah, my friend Braden on that podcast really thinks that CJ Stroud's the guy. Not CJ Stroud, but they think Bryce Young is the guy.
I think it's going to be Bryce Young.
Well, he thinks Bryce Young is the guy, period. Like, he's so accurate and he's so this, he's so that. I'm like, dude breaks down under pressure. You know, when you rush him up the middle, he just falls apart. And if I'm Joe Blow from Ohio that can see this on tape, you know NFL coaches are going to see this on tape. And if they pick him, they better invest their next 3 picks in 2 guards and a center.
Right.
Well,
or they're in trouble.
But he makes a great commercial. So, that's all that matters.
He's also from the South. You know, North Carolina is technically a part of the Southeast. So you can sell tickets. I really hope that the Johnny Manziel-esque thinking process wasn't at play in Charlotte there. You know, I don't know if there's any homeless guys out there. Pick
who's the homeless guy recommending?
We got to find that homeless guy and interview him.
Somebody go downtown and find the homeless guy. I didn't see his
we can probably find him for the podcast, Joel. I think if we put our minds we can find that guy and interview him.
He should have put on a mock draft. I'd be interested.
With the homeless guy,
everybody else does.
Draft?
Yeah, well, I think he's.
We need to make this happen.
Drafting quarterbacks at the top of the draft.
We need to find a way to make this happen. I'm just saying. We need to interview the homeless guy on the next podcast.
Gotta find this homeless guy.
Well,
maybe we'll send him an email. Maybe he can send us an email back.
Tonight on the Fanatical Elfz Network.
We found the homeless guy.
Hey, if you're watching and listening to us on this podcast, give us your thought. We're trying to find some good characters to interview. I know, so send us your comments.
I'm sure he's recommending Bryce Young for sure.
Is this the pick? Is this the pick? Here we go. Here comes Bryce Young.
Here comes Bryce Young.
I'm hoping it's TJ Stroud still.
There it is.
No,
Bryce Young.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Well, I hope you're still a Carolina Panther fan, Joel.
Well, here we go. We'll find out how it goes.
They have a stool for him to stand on so he can reach the microphone.
Is he going to bring the Lollipop Guild out with him?
Lollipop, yeah.
I can't say too much. This guy's 5'10", and he's making so much more money than me right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm 5'10", and I wish I was making that kind of money.
This guy's just instantly got himself like a $14 million bonus.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, the hat doesn't exactly fit on top of his head. Yeah,
it's too big.
They could have made some bobby pins and put it in there just to make it fit.
It is kind of a neat location. This Union Station in Kansas City is pretty historic. It's kind of a neat venue to have the event. So Bryce Young, Carolina fans going to be happy.
Here comes the Commissioner Bro Hug.
At least he didn't wear a dress.
Oh, wow.
Remember Danny Shelton wore a dress?
Yeah. No.
He wore a dress? Oh, wait.
That was ethnic Samoan costume. Yes.
You're really going to get banned on Twitter there, Joel.
Somebody's going to ban me. See, this is the kind of stuff you can hear on the What the Elf Was That
You
podcast.
are so politically incorrect.
You want controversy.
I know.
I say it all with
hate to
love.
hear
I
it.
don't actually mean this stuff. I'm just saying it with love and just fun. And I'm a happy, fun, joking guy. As they revoke my Twitter account.
Okay, here's his highlights.
Oh yeah, you're not going to see him throwing off his back foot as he jumps backwards trying to avoid somebody up the middle.
Oh, he can throw the pill. That's no question about it.
Oh yeah, he can throw the ball.
Yeah, that's not a question.
Look how he's totally unpressured on every throw.
Well, he can even escape pressure and throw the ball. He can roll out and throw the ball.
Look at that.
Well, there you go, escaping pressure.
Are you guys all watching the same feed you're watching?
Probably. I'll tell you what, that play does not happen in the NFL. Two people aren't going to touch him in the NFL, and he's going to be still running. That's not happening.
Good point.
And in this play, he's getting tackled. He's not standing there throwing that ball.
Right.
And if a pro defensive lineman will be faster than he is, and they'll be twice his weight. They just compare him to Jim Kelly.
I don't know. Let me turn it up there.
Or is that Doug Flutie?
Oh, please.
Somebody. It looked like Jim Kelly.
Well,
like he's just
Doug
like
Flutie
Jim Kelly.
Is the last guy to execute a drop kick.
Yeah.
Jim Kelly was?
Yep. No,
Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie.
Was he with New England at the time, or was that with Buffalo?
Yeah, New England, I think.
That totally has Bill Belichick.
San Diego, wasn't it San Diego? I think it was San Diego.
That sounds like a Belichick thing.
No,
I'm just gonna say that. That sounds like a Belichick thing.
I think Belichick would do something.
Yes, he would.
Wow.
Well, the real question is, who does Houston take next? You know, they've got people thinking he's going to take some kind of defender here.
Yep, that's the big deal. I mean, if they pass on CJ, I don't know, man.
Well, that could be a blessing for CJ Stroud.
He was with the Patriots. You're right. He was with the Patriots when he did that.
Yeah, that sounds like a Bill Belichick thing to do with his nod to history.
He's shorter than the Melissa Stark, the reporter.
Oh no, that hat helps him though. Like it gives him good.
Which one is it? The hair or the hat?
it's a combo. I'm trying not to be banned off Twitter. It's his hat.
Oh, the hat.
The hat is really kind of tall. You know, he's got one of those flat bill hats. You know. So I think he's going to be in a good offense in Carolina. I think Reich will put him in a good spot. I mean, I'm not sure that he's not going to be asked to drop back and be a traditional.
It's going to be rolling kind of like what we're doing in Cleveland a little bit, right?
Well, he has a good coach.
He's got a good coach. That's the positive here. And I think he's going to be put in a good position. They're going to understand his skill set. I can't believe they think they're going to bulk him up. I've read this report where they're going to bulk him up. I can't believe that's going to be the case.
See him being bulked up. That guy, he's not the...
No, he drinks too much Dr. Pepper.
They got to be taking CJ.
I bet they're trading out. If they don't take CJ, they'd be dumb not to trade this pick out.
They're going to take CJ. Look, bookies are never wrong. They're taking CJ Stroud.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
But it was funny today down here in Columbus. All that they had on the radio, on talk radio, sports radio here, was how CJ Stroud could be, falling in the draft. And I'm like, oh, come on. Like, such craziness.
Well, here in Nashville, the big thing was, Mike Vrabel knows Ryan Day, so they're trading up to get CJ Stroud. And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen.
If these guys take here, they'll probably take the I can't think of his name, the defender in Alabama. But if they pass on a quarterback,
so the Cardinals are on the clock right now.
If they don't take a quarterback, the Texans, then Arizona needs to just trade out.
Yeah,
I mean they've already got their version of Bryce Young.
The pick is in. Here they come.
Come on, CJ.
There you go.
CJ Stroud. Okay.
Boom.
I'm almost kind of sad for him. Now he has to go play in Texas.
He's crying, dude. He's actually crying. See?
Good for him. Now he just needs to go out and prove that he was the number 1 quarterback in this draft.
Well,
Man, that 7 is sharp. You see that?
yeah. I think you need to prove that you're actually a better than average NFL quarterback in order to justify the draft position.
Who's the Texans' new
He's
offensive
a very.
coordinator?
I'll tell you the thing about CJ. You can really see how he's a very emotional guy, and I don't like. He always. It's almost like a. I don't know. I don't want to compare to somebody like Baker Mayfield, but he has that emotional sort of thing, and he sometimes when you've heard him in interviews, he kind of comes off a little bit abrasive. I don't know if that's just, I don't know, but he's a firecracker. You can see it right now. Like he could probably carry his team. I mean, he can really be a good team leader, but
to get back to that earlier question, I think they hired Bobby Slowick as the OC, which means they might be running the Shanahan wide zone stuff, which I think would work well for.
I think
Stroud.
he would work well in that. Yeah.
Again, they're going to have to teach him to run. That's going to be the key. That's what we've missed.
I never understood that
time.
When at Ohio State why he didn't run more.
Now, don't
the season last year he did.
Hey, now don't the Browns go down to Houston this year again and play it an away game?
Yeah, they play the AFC South. I don't know if they play at Houston or.
I think they go.
I know they play
down,
the Titans in Cleveland.
I think they go back to Houston again, from what I remember.
Oh boy,
That'll
be fun.
Let's take a look.
So they got the. Oh, look at this! I was going to say they got the no pressure CJ Stroud highlights, but to complement the Bryce Young no pressure highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he chewed up Georgia. There you go.
So now I will say this about the Georgia game, okay?
Yeah.
After what happened at Michigan, and I think with Northwestern did this to him, where they just kind of dropped back and just said, okay, we're going to drop 7 and let's see you throw it into tight windows. And he didn't really run a whole lot. And I think after that Michigan game, somebody sat him down and said, if there's 10 yards in front of you, go get it.
Right.
Yeah.
If you get the CJ Stroud from that Georgia game, I'm not even talking about him holding on the ball too long. If he says, okay, I got the yards, I'm going, he is, in Elliott's words, going to be better than an average quarterback.
So the AFC South now has Trevor Lawrence. We're going to find out if that was a fluke year. CJ Stroud in Houston. I have no idea who's going to be the quarterback of the Tennessee Titans.
Will Levis.
Tannehill is like 118 years old. And Indy, who's the quarterback in Indy?
Well, there was speculation they were going to take Stroud.
Yeah.
That's what I was hearing, yeah.
They're going to take Will
So
Levis.
Indy is – oh, jeez.
Well,
I'm going to put him aside. Will Levis. Draft Will Levis.
The Browns do travel down to Houston again. So the Texans –
Okay.
So the Browns go down to Texas, play the Texans.
So is his agent going to have like one of those half things? It's going to be a part of a Browns jersey and part of a Houston jersey because he represents the 2 starting quarterbacks. I mean, they're going to show that on TV.
I don't know. There's a picture of him crying on TV, man.
Yeah.
I'd be happy too if I got drafted.
Yeah.
I think you got to be cooler than that. That's not cool. Not a good.
Well, after all the crap he's had to listen to for the last 3 weeks,
that's
right.
Especially the last 48 hours as well.
Prepare yourself for success. God. Come on. No, I think Tannehill could very well be traded because of his contract situation.
Who's going to take his contract?
Maybe
the
San
Titans
Francisco
already
will
got
take it.
No,
the Titans already got $23 million in dead money.
Well, but that's the situation is that if they keep him, that they incur a much larger penalty for keeping him than if they trade him.
I think they already used both their post June 1st cuts too. I know one was Bud Dupree. I can't remember the other one.
Okay, so the Cardinals are still on the clock. There's a minute and a half left.
Oh, they're trying to work a trade.
That's what I'm thinking.
They should.
I got nothing on
if
my.
somebody wants one of these quarterbacks, if somebody wants to draft Will Levis third, they need to auction this pick off. Period.
They don't look very happy in there.
Well, no, because the guy they
Yeah.
wanted to auction off just got taken by the Texans.
I'm not. I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah,
Sources say that the Houston Texans
they've just traded.
up to number 3 with the Arizona Cardinals. So the Texans
Somebody predicted this. I saw a mock draft.
Wow.
That predicted this.
So the Cardinals trade with
Texans.
the Texans, and the Texans move up to 3.
Yeah, now they're going to take the
And-
defender they want.
Yep.
Wow.
There you go. That's
Wow,
it.
the Houston Texans got smart overnight. Man,
Wait, how did the
Yeah,
Texans
they don't have
move
Bill
up to
O'Brien
3?
anymore.
they just
Somebody's back there
made a
beating the
trade
table.
with the Cardinals to move up. They were going to
Yep.
the Browns pick, the number
Yep.
12. They're using that to move up to 3.
That's right.
Okay, and what
Wow.
else?
So the Browns are still involved in this in this draft.
Oh, great.
And
Imagine
Hey,
that.
you wanna
Sean.
convince
So
yourself of
here
that,
comes
John.
the name that everyone can now hang their hat on. You know, we could have had this guy, except we traded for Deshaun Watson.
right.
Here it comes.
Let's draft another quarterback.
Will Levis is still out there.
We just can't resist drafting quarterbacks.
Yeah,
So
they
who are
can.
they, so who are they taking right now? at
I think they're
defense?
taking the end out of Alabama. I can't think
Yeah.
of his name, but I think that's who they're taking.
It's got to be it.
But also, you also follow blueprints. Look
Wow.
At, we had Sauce Gardner here before the draft. Look at what the Jets were able to do, guys, last year, getting 2.
Man, I had Dane Brugler's guide up, and it ended up closing on me. Then you got to go in there and put the password in again.
Early in that draft.
Oh,
To move all the way up from
wow. Okay, so
to 3.
the Houston Texans just moved up to number 3. They just traded away their 12 pick. That they gave that to the Cardinals. I'm not sure what
I
else.
don't
is
see
part
any
of that
other
trade.
details yet.
Yeah, nothing yet. Well, this is, no one really knew what to expect with this draft. There's a lot of unpredictability. They always say that, even when the Browns had their draft in Cleveland a couple years ago, people talked about the unpredictability of it. But
So how about this? It goes quarterback, and then it goes
so
Carolina, Texans.
Will
Still
Anderson.
nothing.
I think they're going to take Will Anderson.
Will Anderson, yeah.
It irritates me, and it took me. I had to go look it up. But no, I think Will
Yeah.
Anderson's going to be their guy.
Okay, here you go.
Here's the pick.
Here you go. It's going to be Will Anderson. Cardinals get 12-33, a first in 2024, and a third in 2024, and the Texans get number 3 and 105.
Okay.
That's according to Adam Scheffner.
The Houston Texans select Will Anderson Jr.
There you go.
There it is.
Anderson.
Yep, there you go.
So now they got a quarterback and an edge.
Yep.
Well, that's the
Right
first
there.
draft pick that I like.
Yeah.
Will Anderson, I believe in. I don't believe in the quarterbacks in this draft, really.
Will Anderson. Okay, cool.
So those Alabama players, man, they're like plug and play.
Yes.
They are prepared, and they understand defensive line play, and they understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
They have an approach. Some of these people come out here and they're just like I'm trying to think of the guy we drafted last year at Oklahoma. He doesn't have an approach. He just has I'm just going to run into the line and like bark like a dog or something. Like
Carry on, Winfrey.
these Alabama defensive linemen,
linemen,
they have
yeah.
a plan. They have an approach. They know what they're doing. This is
Oh,
the
they
guy
are.
that wore like the Laverne and Shirley lapel. Yeah, look at that.
Looking sharp.
I want to hear that Laverne and Shirley song. Da-da-da-da-da-da. We're gonna
Shamizu.
do
Hey,
Michael.
it.
guys, later on, I was going to tell you,
Frank
I got to
Wilson.
ask you guys some feedback here before we go back to the Will Anderson. Our New Orleans affiliate with the Fans First Sports Network. They're I'm going to go on their show in about an hour and a half. They have picked 29 in this year's draft. Any thoughts on the Saints this year? I mean, they're really kind of rebuilding. Anything I should be telling these guys when I go on air with them?
Tell them the Panthers are awesome and they stink.
Okay. I said we need a dome like you guys already have. I said
Tell them don't draft a quarterback.
that's right.
Don't rock the jukebox.
Now Jarvis
Draft
Landry,
Will
by the
Levis.
way, Jarvis Landry's a free agent.
Levis.
Is Jarvis Landry done? Is he gonna get a deal with a new
Jarvis
team?
Landry's been done.
He's been done.
He's been done
Yeah.
for a while.
Yep.
He is the master of the 5-yard reception when you need 6 for a first down.
Oh, I thought that was Dennis Northcutt. Wait, okay, hold on.
No, that's
No.
Jarvis Landry. I tell you, Jarvis Landry could block. I think the Browns missed that aspect of his game last year. He could come down the line and he could like blindside somebody with the best of them when they're not looking. So I'll give him that. But if they saw him coming, he was screwed. Like he wasn't hitting anybody. But if they didn't see him coming, he would knock somebody out. I think he literally did when he was in Miami. Had to apologize for it.
All right, so the Colts are on the board right now. The Colts are on the board at number 4.
Will
Thoughts?
Levis.
Will the quarterback, the guy that you want to punch?
I'm not even being serious.
God.
I mean, I think they were hoping for C.J. Stroud to come down. If I was them, and they have a pretty solid defense. I'm not sure if they have a outstanding edge player. Then there's some on the board right now.
How about the running back from Texas?
Oh, you can't take that guy in the first round. Come on,
You
Somebody
sure?
will.
come on.
Somebody will.
You've got what's
Well,
his
the
name?
Browns took
Jonathan?
Trent Richardson at number 3.
The Colts have a running back. They have
Well,
a good running back.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
I could see a receiver coming off the board.
How
but
about
you're going to need a
How
quarterback?
about Tyree Wilson?
oh yeah, the kid from Texas Tech?
Yeah.
I like him a lot. Yeah.
I could see that.
I had him actually in a mock draft I did going to the Lions.
Well, the pick is in.
Okay.
So they're not trading out. I think they should have traded out unless they got an edge rusher they like.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to like Will Levis.
All right.
Come
So
on.
the deal
No,
is
they
like
don't.
you said,
No, don't stop drafting quarterbacks. This is stupid. They aren't that good this
Yeah,
year.
why would
Draft them in the
Tennessee-
second
why would-
round. They're
Let me ask you,
gambles.
Steve.
They're-
Why would Tennessee want a quarterback? Didn't they just draft Malik Willis? Wasn't he like the all-world guy that was going to be like in the middle of the first
Well,
round?
If you go back-
they drafted. He was a
If you-
gamble.
If you go back and look at the only game he had when he was in college is last year against a good opponent, it was Ole Miss. He got destroyed.
I'm
Oh, well,
Third
let's
round
draft him
was
then.
way too early for him.
I agree. I remember people just arguing with me nonstop.
Oh
about,
my God!
This guy is the greatest thing ever, and how can he not be drafted until the third round? I'm like, he was lucky to be
Elliot.
drafted in the third round.
Elliot,
That's
get
cashing
ready to
in.
yell.
Man, don't be doing this stuff, man. Don't be like spoiling the picks for us. That's gonna make me mad. Man.
Okay, I'm not
Don't
going
do
to.
that.
I'm going to drink my orange Kool-Aid.
I want to see it on
No,
John's TV like everyone else.
I pulled out the milk chocolate covered pretzels. Anybody got any good snacks tonight? Oh, come
No,
on.
I wish I did.
No. These have been in the refrigerator up here for a while. You know, I had this. This is my Cleveland Browns, my Cleveland loft now. My wife's been working on this, and it's really coming together. Do you guys see the football? Can you guys see the football helmets up here?
Yeah.
They're a little
I
low,
gotta
but
get-
you kind of see them.
I got to get a shout out. My buddies in Kansas, where I lived for half my life. They the one guy, he takes the old football helmets from the high school, and he's repainted a few of them. So I got a Browns helmet
Oh,
here.
really?
I got my Buckeye helmet, and then we got the Worcester Generals. The Worcester Generals, from
Worcester,
Ohio. That was my high school. So there you go. And then we
Well,
got
I'm
the Nick Chubb up there in the corner.
in my shrine area, which is back over here. I've got a game-worn Browns helmet.
Ah, there you go.
Wow.
A
Okay.
friend of mine gave it to me years ago, decades ago.
Okay, the pick is in.
Oh my goodness.
Are you kidding me? Oh,
Oh
no,
my goodness.
Anthony Richardson. Oh,
Elliot,
Elliot, don't blow it.
floor
Don't blow
is
nasty,
yours.
man. You can talk now. Go for it. Boom. My God. Terrible. What the hell?
Elliot's speechless.
No, it's madness. I mean, it's a very high risk.
Terrible.
Yeah, it might work out in 3 years.
Mhm.
he's not that accurate. First of all, he's
And he's
a
not Cam
terrible
Newton.
decision maker. And
He's not
again,
Cam
he
Newton.
lost to my
I never
alma
heard of the
mater,
kid before,
Vanderbilt.
like a couple months ago. I mean, he went to Auburn, right? No,
So this
Florida.
should be the first
No,
rule
Florida.
of scouting. If you've
Please.
never heard of the guy before draft talk, there's a good chance he's going to be a busted quarterback.
Right? I mean, come on.
I'm just putting that out there for you.
Well, see, John,
we don't know
you
about
don't-
Anthony
you-
Richardson yet.
John, you don't get force-fed SEC football like I do.
Oh man.
I mean, I get every freaking SEC game.
So what is the thing on this guy? Why is this like? Okay, I mean, the coach. just needs
He's
a new
big.
quarterback.
He's got a strong arm, and he's athletic. And
That's about it.
First round is a reach. I
No,
just-
absolutely.
At number 4. Yeah.
Man, I'd have put bets
He
out
makes-
that this guy wasn't going to the third round either.
Yeah, speaking of Malik Willis, he's a little bit bigger.
So who's the coach now at the Colts? With the Colts, it's not Jeff Saturday anymore, right? Or is it Jeff
Well,
Saturday?
it looks like Jeff Saturday
I
found
thought
his
they
pick.
got
Well, that's
that.
what I was gonna just say. Is he still the coach?
I don't know
I
what's
have
going
no
on with
idea.
this. I don't know what's going on with this pick, man. I mean, when I could understand Cam Newton when he came out. Yeah, he had some accuracy issues.
Oh, yeah.
But he took Auburn, and that was a team I think that had one, maybe 2 players drafted in the NFL, and they won a national championship, right? That is what you want out of a guy. This guy, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to. I don't
This
understand.
guy-
I don't understand.
this
I
guy-
don't understand.
This guy lost to my alma mater, Vanderbilt. Okay, enough said.
Jeez. It's just nuts. They lost at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, here in Nashville. I watched the game.
Gosh. That's
Will Levis lost to Vanderbilt at Kentucky. Figure that one out.
Man, you guys be slandering that Vanderbilt program. Come on, man.
Well,
Oh, they're getting to the point now where they could finish 6-6.
So
Hey,
you're saying, hey, you got like the SEC crammed down your throat. I lived in Atlanta for a couple years, so I kind of get it, right? You know, I'd be like touting my Notre Dame stuff, and they're all laughing at me. Notre Dame doesn't play anybody, and you know, talk about Ohio State, and Ohio State doesn't play anybody. And I'm looking at the SEC, man. There's like 3-4 good teams in that conference, and they all play in like one division.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just-
it's you have your teams that you beat up on, like LSU plays Louisiana Directional School, and Georgia plays Georgia State, and
Alabama Technical School of the west side of Bubba County.
When you think about their quarterback coach, and you think about Cam.
That's who Alabama plays. They played
That's right.
they play OVC schools.
they played
Valley-
some team
Ohio
I never
Valley
even heard of
Conference.
before.
You heard reference to the 13 starts.
I mean, they legit played a team I never heard of
It's a
before.
hurdle that teams had to get over. This is
Austin P. I think they played Austin P last year.
No, I've heard of Austin
what
P.
someone
Yeah.
needs to play
There
Well,
was
they
another
always
one.
pick an OVC school and throw them $1 million bucks and
quarterbacks that have won Super
invite
Bowl.
them down to Tuscaloosa and
And you go
beat the crap out of them.
experience level at the college level. You get basically
I'm gonna take a small break.
4 starts.
You go ahead. We've got we're live right now with the Fanatical Elfz Network, part of Fans First Sports Network, and we are with you. We're on pick number 5 right now. There's 3 minutes left for the Seattle Seahawks to make their selection. We just had a run of quarterbacks in the first 4 picks. Elliot, how are you feeling right now?
I think it's a draft that would be concocted by sports writers, truthfully.
You think they're listening to Mel Kiper? Is that what you think?
I think Mel probably had I don't have Mel Kiper's draft guide, but I think Mel probably exercised more common sense.
Well, Mel Kiper lost me when he graded the 99 and 2000 drafts by Dwight Clark. He gave them both A pluses. And that's when I went, well, goodbye, Mel. I'm not going to listen to you anymore.
Hey, we have our other colleague, just to let you guys know, we have our other colleague, BP from Pepper Pike, who's going to be joining us here in about 15 minutes for a few minutes.
Cool.
We're going to stay live until probably, I'm thinking 9:15 9:15, 9:30. If all of you want to stay on, you're welcome to. But probably wrap
I'll
things
probably
up
have to go here in about
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, so we'll probably wrap things up here shortly, everybody. But we've got probably another 20, 25 minutes. We'll probably be on live. BP from Pepper Pike's going to join us also here in about 10, 15 minutes. And then we'll probably wrap the show up here about 9:15 or 9:30. So
just want to remind everybody, we're going to be here live again tomorrow night.
Yes. And tomorrow night,
Saturday.
We are live. We're not sleeping. We're just gonna, just carry on. This is the marathon of the Fanatical Elfz Network. If you'd like to donate to our wonderful podcast, please, you can email the show. Wait, we don't have an email yet. Okay, never mind. I have the J Cleveland Pod at Gmail. If you want to email your donation,
just write us checks to cash.
Yeah.
Cash, and I'll give you before I go, I'll give you a P.O. box you can send it to here.
Folks, we're making bazillions of dollars here with this podcast, so we really, we're just giving back. We are, we love doing what we're doing. We like talking football and the Browns. So yeah, like Steve, like you were saying, tomorrow night the draft starts around 7:00. The Browns pick is at 74, so it's not necessarily.
Which is roughly last year, pick 74 was at 9:45 Eastern.
So we may come on a little bit later.
98 was at 11:10 Eastern.
So if you're listening to us, if you're listening to this live right now, or if you listen to the podcast tomorrow, probably maybe come on the air if you can join us, and any of your colleagues that are listening right now, Elliot or Joel, we might be on around maybe 8:30. I'm thinking it's kind of a work in progress, and then on Saturday.
Draft starts at noon.
At noon. So yeah, join us then.
And picks happen fast and furious on Saturday. They have 4 minutes in between picks, but a lot of
What do you guys think? We're talking on air here, Steve. What do you think? Should we get on the air a little bit earlier than 8:30 tomorrow? Let's have a group vote.
Well,
just tell me I'm there.
Just tell me when I'm here. I'm going to be watching it anyway.
Unless the Browns, I don't want to miss, some like they go up a little bit, but technically it starts at 7 in the second round.
I'm telling you, if Will Levis doesn't get drafted tonight, we got to start at 7. Just like hold up our Will Levis signs.
Why don't we plan on? We'll join the draft.
Should I wear like a black armband if Will Levis doesn't go in the?
All right. Well, I'm all in for Friday night, so let's say we go on live about 7:30 or so, 7:45. We'll get on a little bit earlier, and then we'll just hope that we have our signs made up, and we'll bring the orange Kool-Aid again. And I'm
gonna go buy some Kentucky gear.
There you go. Has anybody been to that campus? It's a really nice campus.
Well, I got an autographed picture of Tim Couch if you want me to show it to you.
That's spoken like a true southwestern Ohio person.
1999 draft, we had Tim Couch, and then
we got the pick in at number 5.
Johnson in the second round. I thought it was a good draft. They got to the playoffs by year 4. That was pretty good.
Elliot. He went.
Wait.
Cornerback. I thought they said cornerback. Oh man, I thought it was the kid from Kentucky for a moment. I almost had a heart attack.
No, Devin Witherspoon does not have a punchable face, so that is not the guy.
There you go. Now he was the highest rated one. Correct.
Hey, I kind of like that outfit there. Check that out. Nice and
sweet. Oh, there's Gonzalez, right? That kid in the white jacket right there. Yep. Devon Witherspoon. Now, I like his teammate there for the Brownies, Martin, Davius Martin, safety cornerback, could come to the Browns potentially tomorrow or on day 3.
I guess the only real question I have about Witherspoon is like, how high did he score off the charts on the athleticism chart? Because that's who Seattle takes. They look for all these people with athleticism out the wazoo, and that's who they take.
Right.
Yeah, we'll teach them football.
Yeah, athleticism is why they took Anthony Richardson, why the Colts took Anthony Richardson. He scored very well at the combine. He just didn't play very well at football during the regular season.
What was that movie, Moneyball?
That's kind of important, don't you think?
It's that movie, Moneyball. They're all sitting around the table, and like, he's got all these traits. Yeah, but can he play baseball?
Right.
That's my question. Can he play football?
Can he play baseball? Can he play
To me, like that's the ultimate question. Can he play football? Like he can jump out of a
Well,
swimming
luckily-
pool. Phenomenal.
Luckily,
Now the Browns.
baseball-
Speaking of Seattle, this year the Browns go out and play Seattle, the Rams, and one more team. Oh, the Rams and anyway, they go out to the West Coast and they play Seattle.
I'm
my
eyeing
daughter-
that Rams game.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'm interrupting.
No,
Go ahead.
I just said my daughter lives out there in Seattle, so I'm already once that.
Oh, you got a place to stay. There
I
you go.
know. I'm excited. I've never been to that new stadium. Now, do you know when the original Kingdome was built back in the day, like it was the early 80s, 1982, actually. I was out there in Seattle. My dad had a convention he went to for business, took my sister and I, and we got to go take a tour of the Seattle Kingdome before it was open to the general public. That was 1982 of the spring of 82. So, and then
Nice.
they blew it up a few years later. And then
Yeah, I was wondering if you there for
Every-
the implosion.
no, but it was kind of sad. They didn't keep that very long. Yeah.
Anytime anybody mentions the Kingdom, I can still see Randy Johnson's face as Kenny Lofton is running down the third baseline behind him.
Wonderful moment.
I can't abandon my entire Cincinnati area roots. I tend to think of Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. out there.
Oh, yes. Do you know,
yeah.
Joel, small story there. The Griffeys grew up in Cincinnati area, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, growing up in Worcester, Ohio, my neighbors, Worcester, my neighbors were the Jihos. They came from Cincinnati and lived in the same neighborhood and went to the same elementary school as the Griffeys. And so it was either the late 80s, early 90s, right? It was the early 90s when Ken Griffey Jr. came to play. He was playing with the Mariners there. They had the old uniforms. We went to the game. My buddy, Dan the Man Jiho, lifelong friend, he walked down to the railing of where the Mariners are playing. Ken Griffey comes over, okay? They have a 10-minute conversation. Like, they just went carried on, and because they kind of knew each other from the old neighborhood. I went to the game with my old
John
trade.
behind you.
We got a trade. We'll pause that story. We have a trade. So now, Arizona has moved back. The Detroit Lions have traded with the Cardinals. So all right. Well,
You'd think Detroit would stay there and draft a wide receiver who doesn't gamble. But
Cardinals are going to take Will Levis.
oh, don't say that. My God.
I'm going to say that for every pick until he's
I don't
picked.
know. I don't know if Elliott's going to last.
I think Elliott's going to have a small heart
Elliot,
attack.
if you're watching this live, Elliott's got this stone cold look on his face. I think you need to drink more of the orange Kool-Aid there in your Browns cup.
Well, Will Levis is actually, I think, fairly draftable.
he's
I
also
would draft him
punchable.
at the top of the first round. But
What is this? Yeah. Joel, what is this hate that you have for him? Why do you hate him so much?
He just looks like a guy I want to punch, man. He's got like frat boy written all over him, and I just can't stand. I can't deal with it.
I'll give him credit. 2 years ago, he played very well because he had one of the best offensive lines in the SEC. Some even rated Kentucky's offensive line better than Alabama's. But last year's offensive line fell apart, and so did he. So, I don't get it with him. He's Jake Locker. That's what he is. He's Jake Locker.
Okay, so what had just happened here, I just want to let everybody know this, that they traded with the Cardinals, traded with
Detroit.
and now Detroit then took the number 12 pick that had been given to
The Cardinals.
the Cardinals. Yes.
Man, that 12th pick, man, everybody touches it, but nobody wants it. It's like
now Detroit
Well, it's
has-
from the Browns, so nobody wants it. It's a
so
jinx
the 12th
pick.
Yeah. So the Lions now have the 12th pick and the 18th pick. The Lions do. All right. So
The
we're back.
Lion sleeps tonight.
So who does Arizona want up on that
Will
board
Levis.
there? Is they going to take the running back?
Ooh.
Do they want Robinson?
I think they're going to want a receiver. They got a lot
Addison
of-
from USC. He's the highest rated wide receiver.
I don't know. What is their defense? I mean, I'm not up on the Cardinals, man. I mean, all I know is they get this little.
Here we go.
Watch my words. They got a small guy running around throwing the football.
12th in a 2023 second round.
Okay.
Not a bad haul
So
there.
the Lions got the 12th in a second round, number 34.
Arizona, that's the transaction. What do you think? I think once Witherspoon was gone, Detroit was. I think they would have stuck and picked if Witherspoon was still there. So
Okay. So they're saying that Detroit wanted Witherspoon, but that he got traded or he got picked up before
All
them.
right.
Well,
All right, here we go.
Will Levis, baby.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
go. Let's go.
Will Levis. Will Levis.
Let's go.
The silence.
2023 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Paris Johnson Jr.
Oh, the kid from Ohio State.
Wow.
A tackle.
Yeah, they take the OT.
okay.
Big man. Big,
All right.
big man.
Well, now I know that he was being. I know, talking to my Bears friends in Chicago, that they were asking me lots of questions about Paris Johnson.
He had a really, really good Senior Bowl practices.
Yeah,
And that
he's looking
propelled
sharp
him.
too, looking pretty dapper with that outfit.
Yeah. I didn't know they made suits that big.
You know, I just want to point out that Arizona's first string quarterback is Colt McCoy.
What about Kyler Murray? Isn't he still there?
Wait, Kyler
No,
Murray.
Kyler Murray has a ACL, and he's not going to be
Oh.
back until like maybe mid-season, I believe.
Really? Okay.
So I don't
wow.
think he's going to start.
Colt, baby.
Thus
And-
the left tackle.
And Colt McCoy is not all that healthy either.
No,
Yes, the
Colt
Cardinals-
McCoy's like 50 years old, isn't he?
I think he's 48.
Oh.
He's not 50.
I think this is a good pick for them. I mean, if they're going to run an actual
Actually, I
NFL
think
offense,
it is too.
they're going to
Oh
need a
no,
left
it's
tackle.
a good pick. It's a
Yeah.
good, solid pick.
But they've been running that air raid stuff. They've been running that air raid stuff with Kyler Murray for I don't know how long. So, I mean, I'm not up on who their coach is now or who their OC is now. But if they're going to run an actual NFL offense,
Yeah.
they're going to need a left tackle.
So
That's
the
3
question is,
Buckeyes in the first
they
6
can't
picks.
just stick with Colt McCoy. Like we said, he's old and he's going to fall apart. So you wonder who's.
Well,
Is there-
that's why somebody like Ryan Tannehill might wind up at Arizona for 1 year.
Ah,
1 year
there
wonder
you
might
go.
not be a bad thing.
Yeah,
let
the dry air will do his knees good.
Baker could have gone out there, but he decided to go to the warm, humid Florida, to Tampa.
I'm not sure that was a really great idea for him, but I thought Baker might go to Arizona. I thought
That's
that
a
might
bad.
work out.
That's a bad thing. Yeah, Baker, like having to play after Tom Brady and then even going to Arizona, though. I don't know. Anytime the Cardinals have played the Browns in the past, they've just eaten us alive. We've never done well against the Cardinals.
Yeah, I know.
But
Wow.
He was going to go 7. If he didn't go 7, he was going to go 8.
Huh.
They had to make this trade to get the player they have wanted all along. Monty Ossenfort, the new general manager,
So-
and Dealing early on tonight.
it sounds like
3 to 12, but back up to 6.
So who
I
the
wanna
Raiders
check- I
going
want
to
to
take?
check and see what they're saying about Kyler Murray and how he's.
2 members.
yeah. Let us know what you find out there.
3 quarterbacks in all. It has just been
The Raiders are going to take the fastest guy in the draft.
what I love about Paris.
I think that's the punter.
I know he can run block.
Exactly. Didn't they use a first round pick on Sebastian Janikowski? Are they the ones who
yes,
used a
they
first round
did.
pick on a
Yeah,
kicker?
that's true. They did.
Yeah, they did.
Come on, man.
Wow.
What's up,
gentlemen?
Hey, we've welcomed in BP also tonight. Welcome, BP. We're watching all these selections. We've got Paris Johnson just went
Yeah.
to the Cardinal.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. How you doing?
We're
doing
good.
good.
Yeah, I'm
We're
sorry I'm a
having
little
fun.
late. I wanted to see where C.J. Stroud went. It was pretty fascinating to see where he ended up.
Well, welcome to the Will Levis Watch.
Yeah, the Will Levis.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically the Houston Texans have won the draft.
I would
They've
agree
done
on
pretty
this.
good.
I think they've got the best edge defender and the best quarterback in the draft. Picks
Yeah.
2 and 3.
You might as well turn the show off.
Yeah.
Well, long
Draft's
as we
over.
now, and I don't want to jinx this, but we have got to make sure that there's a couple defenders that do not go to Baltimore, and I'll be happy.
I know who you. I got a feeling I know who you're talking about.
I was thinking I wanted to ask you guys a question. When I saw Houston take C.J. Stroud, I mean, and then we've got Deshaun Watson. So, like in 3 years, who's going to be a better team? I'm not going to say next year, but 3 years from now, I think it'd be interesting to go around the table and see who. Are we going to be the better team with Deshaun Watson, or is Houston going to be the better team with C.J. Stroud?
Oh, 3 years from now, that might be the over/under for surviving the salary cap.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just 2 or 3 years from now, let's just say, because C.J. Stroud's not going to be an overnight sensation, obviously. It takes, but 2 or 3 years from now, who's going to be in a better spot to make the playoffs and win the Super Bowl? The Browns or the Texans?
Yeah. Well, we were saying the Browns get to go down to Houston again to play the Texans this year, so that'll be fun.
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of faith in the Texans organization, but we'll see. Maybe they're going to turn over a new leaf.
Yeah, it's surprising that they did make the 2 picks. Because today in Columbus, like we said earlier, Stroud's stock was plummeting according to all these rumors. So it's nice that the kid got to go number 2. Oh, there's your buddy right there. That's your quarterback there, Joel.
I'm behind. I'm looking on the screen over here.
Oh, okay.
There he is, Mr.
Yeah,
Punchable Face himself.
Punchable face himself.
Yeah, there he is.
He just screams frat boy.
Well, the Raiders, looks like the Raiders are on the clock.
Yeah,
They're going to take Will Levis.
Yeah, they are. No, they got their pick in.
No, it's either the
According
fastest guy in the
to-
draft or it's Will Levis.
All right, we got the pick is in, so we're waiting to see what they come out. They're going to say here. Again, we're coming to you live. We're on the Fanatical Elfz Network, part of Fans First Sports Network. We're having a great time. We've just we got the whole crew here pretty much, and we're going to be on for about another 15, maybe 20 minutes, guys, and then again tomorrow. Just to let everybody know, the draft starts at 7:00. We're going to be coming on live around 7:30, 7:45. The Browns' first pick is number 74, which Steve, I said last year that was taken about 9:30 or 9:45. So we'll come on with plenty of time.
9:45.
Yeah, and then Saturday again, we're going to be live at starting around noon. So if you come on over, watch us. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're everywhere, folks. We're dancing here. We're having fun. We're live. And
I may or may not.
And I just want to give these guys.
I'll be banned from Twitter.
You are going to get banned for the stuff you said tonight. The crew, really, these guys have really dedicated their time and efforts, and we're not making a grand. We're making pennies, folks. So we love football like you guys. We follow the Browns.
Pennies on the dollar.
We have giveaways. We're giving away a shot glass here after the Browns make their selection tomorrow. And we got more fun gifts. So, Joel's been working overtime this week. He produced 3 shows, not 2 shows, but 3 shows. The What the Elf Is That is back, and he has his new show with the Village Elliott, who what's the name of that one? The Rockets?
Football, philosophy, and rocket science.
Excellent.
We got the rocket science.
We got the pick
Elliott.
is in. Joel Elliott. Here we go.
Will Levis.
No, it's defensive end. Tyree Wilson.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Tyree.
Yeah.
Great pick. Great pick.
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't spoil it. Hope I didn't spoil it for you guys.
No.
You did for
Spoiler
about,
alert.
that's
About
okay.
3 seconds there, BP. Wait an extra 5 seconds. This kid, I'm telling you, I did the draft, this mock the other day I had him going with the Lions, but his physique and they said that he could really be something special.
Yeah, I also
look at that outfit.
I saw a report.
I was going to say, nice suit.
I saw a report on him that he was out of shape when he got to Texas. Is it Texas Tech or Texas A&M?
He don't look like he's out of shape there.
No, but they put him on a special gluten-free diet, all kinds of crazy diets, and he is completely ripped. But
gluten-free diet. Yep.
The NFL Network did a great story on a guy that the Browns might get, Derek Hall. I don't know if any of you guys saw it. It was, they've been running it.
No, but I've heard
fantastic human interest story on Derek Hall.
Oh my gosh, he just picked up the NFL commissioner.
Oh, don't do that. You might damage him.
Didn't Danny Shelton do that when he was
I
wearing?
think he's crying. I think the
did.
commissioner is crying right now.
That was the last sack Danny Shelton had.
Look how big that guy is.
He sacked the commissioner.
Yeah.
I'm more impressed with that outfit, Joel. We gotta research that outfit that he's wearing, man.
At least I haven't seen anybody wear a Pee Wee Herman suit yet, so we're good.
That podcast you did a couple weeks ago with you were talking about the outfits that the players wore when they came into the Browns training facility. That was classic.
Wow.
I tell you what, my wife and I had seriously contemplated doing a podcast together today just on these outfits when people come in. The problem is they've toned it down. No longer do you have
goodness.
Lamar Jackson showing up and looking like a leprechaun or dude carrying a picture of his dead grandma and stuff. I mean, you don't get that stuff anymore.
Wow.
This guy's huge. Whoa.
I know.
So BP, we're all drinking the orange the orange Kool-Aid. I've got my milk chocolate covered pretzels tonight. Did you have anything snacking on tonight?
That'll be later.
He's snacking on draft picks.
But I usually I don't know if you guys, Great Lakes Beer out of Cleveland has some great beers.
Oh, yep.
So
I'm a big fan of that.
I usually drink Dortmunder, or which is their number one selling beer.
Oh.
But they've got some great seasonal flavors as well.
I particularly enjoy the cold snap.
We've got
I think Atlanta has their pick.
Yeah, Atlanta has got their pick in. They're pick number 8. They're coming up right now. They went to commercial.
This might be Will Levis.
Yeah, Will Levis. Oh,
I hear they're in love with Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought Desmond Ritter was the best quarterback coming out of the draft last year. I stuck my neck out there, and then he ended up going in the 3rd round. But I thought he was one of the better quarterbacks coming out last year.
All right, so based on this, Will Levis, could he go to Green Bay?
No.
They're going with Jordan
Love.
Okay. What about?
Well, he could sit on the bench. He could sit on the bench for 13 years. That seems to be a trend in Green Bay.
Speaking of, hey, not to. Well, no, I don't want to spoil it. I'll mention Green Bay. There's something about Green Bay that I'll mention to you later.
One thing I wanted to mention to you guys is, there was a chance that 4 quarterbacks were going to be the first 4 off the board tonight.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. That's never happened. But the closest it happened was in 2018 when the Browns took Baker Mayfield at number 1, and then Darnold went at number 3, and so on and so on. But
don't forget Zach Wilson.
Zach, yep.
No, Sam Darnold was that draft.
Sam Darnold.
I knew it was a Jets player.
Yeah, that was the magic.
They were going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I made that inaccurate prediction in 2018. I was drinking so much quarterback Kool-Aid that year. I'm ashamed of myself.
But you think about it, back in 2018. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but at the time in 2018, I don't think any of us thought it was going to be Baker Mayfield convincingly. I think a lot of us were talking Sam Darnold.
I didn't like Sam. I like Josh Allen.
Josh Allen
was the other one, yeah. And then Josh Rosen.
I like Josh Rosen, I admit, and I'm ashamed of that. But
I kind of knew it was me.
Josh Rosen in college looked really good at UCLA. He was prolific.
Yeah, he did. I did not think that. Well, on the bright side, new customers have bundled and saved aggressive. I didn't like the loopy motion of Sam Darnold. I thought that he was going to have a lot of fumbles. not that he couldn't throw accurately, but I thought, ball protection is going to be an issue for that guy. I think I was right about that.
When that whole time leading up to it, there wasn't a lot of conversation, as I recall, that the Browns were going to take Baker Mayfield up until that last few moments, right? I mean, that last couple days, or
I think it was in play. I think the top 4 were all judged to be fairly equal, and I thought so too. I said I was pretty much okay. So some people asked me, or I said something like, I think Baker Mayfield is probably worth 4 number 1 draft picks. And they said, well, I thought you liked Josh Allen. I said, yeah, I think he was worth 6 number 1s. And that's probably about right. And I also like Lamar Jackson. I said the only problem with Lamar Jackson is that you cannot run a conventional offense with him. You're going to have to restructure the way that you carry an offense. And I also I liked, what's the backup quarterback that fought with Garrett?
South Carolina guy.
Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph.
Right there in South Carolina.
I liked him. I still like Mason Rudolph. I don't think he's a candidate to be on the Cleveland Browns for obvious reasons. But I thought Mason Rudolph was a pretty good quarterback, and he had 4 years at Oklahoma State. I thought, well, okay, I think you can probably step in and play NFL football fairly quickly.
So what do you guys think here?
Okay,
is this
VP,
where
don't spoil
goes?
it.
No, I won't.
They go defense.
I think they're going to go either corner or wide receiver.
All right, pick is in.
You could also go running back. They could go running back.
I think they're.
Don't spoil anything, man.
No, I won't.
Is this the Dirty Birds?
Yes.
Falcons.
Yeah, I thought they were going to make a trade, and I thought they were going to wind up with Ryan Tannehill somehow. That's what I thought.
Big Boys and Girls Club. Yep. We have that organization in our school. They do a really good job.
Cue the music.
All right, here we go. And the pick is in.
And they traded to Tennessee.
The Minnesota North Star select.
He's a little nervous. Okay, speak. Here it is. There you go.
Spoiling the draft.
There it is.
There you go.
I was right again.
You were. Bijan Robinson.
This is why the Falcons are going to be last next year in their division.
I feel bad for the kid,
Browns
man.
last
That's gonna.
I know, but we all know running backs are, outside of Nick Chubb, we can.
Well, the Eagles really wanted this Bijan Robinson because they lost Miles Sanders. So this is going to hurt the Eagles.
That's right. That's a good point. When was the Eagles pick was
10
at number 10, so it was almost they take him.
They like a block.
Oh, there you go.
The Eagles made the Super Bowl. They had a hell of a season. They got the 10th pick in the draft and the 30th pick. So the Eagles are going to have a hell of a team.
Yes. All right, so we're going up to. Steve, are you still there? Are you awake? We got the Tennessee coming up.
No, I don't care.
Hey, I had to deal with we had our state testing, and so it's so funny. This side story here. I helped facilitate the tests here in Ohio for our state test, and the kids took the test in the morning and they have to come back and take the test in the afternoon. And you know how little kids are, like when they're 3 or 4 years old and they're all hyper and they come in.
Hey,
and
John?
Yes.
The Eagles just traded up. They're on the clock.
Okay.
According to my TV.
No, you're right. The Eagles went from 10th to 9th.
Okay. And their pick is in.
Oh, their pick is in. So,
according to ESPN.
So
Good for the Bears.
They might be taking a defensive player or a wide receiver. Remember, that guy from Ohio State is a highly Jackson
true.
Smith Najigba.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him.
He was the best receiver 2 years ago when they had
Right.
Garrett Wilson and Olave.
Right.
Wow.
Folks, we're at pick number 9. We're going to be on the live here for a few more moments. Again, we are the Fanatical Elfz show. This is day 1 of the NFL draft, and we will be coming back to you guys tomorrow evening. Many of the guys here will be back with us, and we're going to have the Browns pick tomorrow, unless they move up into the first round, which I don't think any of us are expecting tonight.
No. There is rumors here in Cleveland that the Browns could move up into the second round. Which is doable.
I can see that.
To go from 74 to 65 or something.
My favorites now.
I have heard that as well. They are looking into it.
So
see if they can move
they
up.
do.
I had a great interview with Jacob. Many of you guys know Jacob Roach. Used to write for Dog Pound Daily and writes Browns Wire, now USA Today. And he and I talked the other night on the Johnny Cleveland podcast, and we were saying that Trenton Simpson, Keno Benton, and the other Iowa linebacker Jack
Campbell
could all be in play.
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat those names?
Trenton Simpson, the kid from Clemson. Yeah, the linebacker.
Clemson, yeah.
Jack Campbell, the linebacker from Iowa, and Keno Benton, the kid from Wisconsin, the defensive,
the big defensive tackle.
You can stick him at nose.
What about some edge guys? Because I think that's what the Browns really need is an edge rusher.
Well, if they're tired of Perion Winfrey's act, they'll take a defensive tackle and say adios, because I'm getting tired of Perion Winfrey's act.
Well, there's a guy I know. I've seen a guy from University of Florida, this Gervais Dexter or something like that, whatever.
Yeah, they like him a lot. They talked to him like 3 times.
Yeah, he could be on their radar as a tackle.
Hey, Joel, this is Will Levis right here.
No, they don't need Will Levis.
No,
wide
really?
Receiver
they went
wide
to the Super Bowl
receiver
last
defense.
That's right.
I can see them taking a wide receiver.
I can't see him going anything but wide receiver and defense.
So Addison, the kid from USC.
Remember, the Eagles lost a lot of those defensive players like Hargrave.
Oh, they did lose Hargrave.
It's a good point.
I think defensive tackle.
And they lost, and those other guys are getting old. Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham.
Yeah.
So they'll probably take a defensive player. But
I'd say defensive tackle. If my money is on it, I say defensive tackle.
Unless they, Jackson Smith and Najigba is going to go somewhere in the next couple of picks here.
Mm-hmm.
I can see him being in Chicago. I can see that being in Chicago.
Oh, wouldn't that be interesting?
Wow.
Oh, that would be. Oh boy.
I think Chicago needs an offensive lineman.
Well, I will tell you, the guy from NFL Outdated Twitter page, great guy. He's a big Bears fan, and he's actually there in Kansas City. He was shooting out some pictures earlier on Twitter, and so he took his son there this year to the draft. So pretty cool stuff.
I want to get back to this Perion Winfrey thing. I don't even think he makes he fits what Jim Schwartz wants to do.
I question that too.
Perion Winfrey is great at shooting a gap or getting his hands on somebody and just running them back into the middle of the backfield. That's not what Jim Schwartz is about. So I could see them looking for a defensive tackle that can eat up space and protect linebackers. I could see that pretty easy, and it'd be a good pick. I'm just not sure where Winfrey fits on the team. And I could be wrong. They could teach him how to double gap, and he could be tremendous at it. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Right.
But as it sits, I watch all this film and all these former picks.
So here we go. We got the pick is in. All right. No spoiler alerts. Ooh.
Wow, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter, defensive tackle, Georgia.
Carter's a good player. He's a
good
player.
Wow.
Well, he was originally supposed to be the number 1 pick in the draft until he got into all this trouble.
So you're talking about the runner-up in the Super Bowl getting potentially the best player in this draft.
Yeah. And the Eagles last year got 2 huge defensive players from Georgia. They got that Davis and Nakobe Dean.
Mm-hmm.
So they are
Yeah.
like the Eagles are like
Loading.
really setting themselves up.
That is some good stuff.
Yeah, monster defensive tackles.
Jordan
Good team.
Davis. Last year, this guy Jordan Davis is huge, 6'6", 370 or something. It was
Oh my
insane.
Lord.
Probably runs a 4.5 40 too.
Yeah, and he barely played for the Eagles last year because they were so good.
Very impressive.
The Eagles, I used to live in the Philadelphia area, so I was an Eagles fan when they went to the Super Bowl in 1980. And they're on the right track.
All right.
Buddy
So what
Ball.
are the Bears
That was
gonna do?
before Buddy Ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, because that was around 85 with Randall Cunningham.
Yeah, Buddy Ball.
That's a big guy there.
That's a big fella right there.
He is very, very well defined technique wise.
So the
Like
Bears.
I've seen tape of him play technique wise. It's tremendous. I'd put him in a 3-tack or something and just let him get trapped. He handles it beautifully. Like you put him next to a good nose guard and you've got your up the middle set.
The rich get
So
richer.
the Bears
rich
are on
get
the
richer.
clock.
Wow. So we're going to be on for about another 10, 15 minutes maybe. And again, we'll be back on live tomorrow evening, a little bit earlier. And the Browns have a pick. They could be moving up into the second round. We're just having instant reactions tonight. Everyone, thank you for watching us. Make sure that you are following our show. Follow on Facebook, Twitter. Follow our YouTube page. You can subscribe. We're at the Elfz Network. We are building some subscriptions there, some subs. So please join us there as well. And
Subs?
also,
Who brought the food? What?
right?
You brought some Subway subs?
Yeah.
I wish.
I'm sorry, but I just turned in because I've got ESPN on, and Mel's best available number one is Joel's favorite quarterback.
Will Levis, baby. Has he already given the Ravens an A+ draft?
Probably.
You know, Mel Kiper is from Baltimore, and he just thinks
Yep, he sure
they
is.
could draft Mickey Mouse, man, and he would think Mickey Mouse, like the sun rises
Mickey
and
Mouse
set on
has
Mickey Mouse.
tremendous upside. Come on.
Yeah, I think in that case you can ignore his small size because he has charisma.
Yeah,
and
he's
leadership.
a
also
natural
moves-
born leader.
He also moves well laterally. So, he's got that going for him.
He's got a pretty girlfriend, therefore he must have confidence.
Whereas
Yes.
in the South, they say he's got good body lean.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we got this sportscaster thing down pat.
Well, actually, I was a baseball analyst on a local ESPN affiliate about 20 years ago. I did it for 2
Nice.
years.
Okay.
So
Just to let you guys know, the Bears are on the clock, and then the Tennessee Titans are on at number 11.
I want to see what Tennessee does before we leave here because
Yeah.
Steve is
that's what
our
I'm
trade
waiting
back.
for.
Steve
Watch
is
him
our
trade back.
our Tennessee guru, or not a guru, but he lives there and follows
I'm force fed it.
yeah.
Steve, I really want Will Levis to go to Tennessee.
Wouldn't that be something?
Talk about
Well,
him for a long time.
I compare him to Jake Locker, so it makes perfect
There you
sense to me.
So he'll be out of the league in 2 years? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now, didn't Tennessee drafted a quarterback last year? That running quarterback.
Malik Wills.
Oh, yeah. we
yeah.
had a long
VP, I got a
discussion on
quick
Malik Willis.
VP. I got a quick question. I asked the guys earlier. I'm joining the New Orleans Saints affiliate here from the Fanatical or on Fans First here in about 20, 30 minutes. Anything you'd like me to ask them about or anything about the Saints? I'm sure you don't follow the Saints as we do the Brownies, but
Yeah, I got. Are they still wearing those paper bags over their heads?
there you go.
That will be Jets fans if they can't win with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
No.
the Saints were so bad for such a long time, and then they got Drew Brees, right?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
The Saints. They recently who's their coach now? They lost.
I wrote it down. Hold on a second.
You can ask them how they feel about Sean Payton going to the Denver Broncos.
Dennis Allen.
Yeah, I mean, he was the defensive coordinator for the Saints for years, and then Sean Payton resigned. But it'd be interesting to see how they feel about Sean Payton going to Denver.
Now, I will say this: for the Saints, there are 3 guys at pick 29 that I've read about that they've predicted in some of their different mocks. One was the Steve Avila, offensive lineman from Texas Tech or Texas Christian, maybe TCU. Then Mozzie Smith. We've talked about Mozzie Smith from Michigan, and Sam Laporte from Iowa, the tight end. They're thinking that the Saints might take him. So
I was going to mention to the guys here that I did a mock draft with some of the Pittsburgh guys and the Cincinnati guy on Sunday night. And so it was fun.
Pick is in. I'm just going to interrupt you real quick. Darnell Wright, a tackle, is taken by the Bears.
Tennessee.
That's exactly what they need. Yes.
No, that was taken by the Bears.
Yeah, they need a tackle.
Darnell Wright.
Went to
Was
the
he
Bears.
like right behind? Would he have been behind Paris Johnson in the rating there?
I think Paris Johnson went a little too early, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But I don't.
They got to protect Justin Fields. That was a crime last year.
I know.
Good point.
Right. And there was a guy, when we did our mock draft, that Peter Onaransky from Northwestern was high on the Bears.
Yeah, that's the kid.
Yes.
Because
that's the
Oh,
kid
my
right
goodness.
there.
he was
Even
a local
these
guy.
highlights they're showing, man, I'm not impressed with this guy at all. They're already showing him the highlights. He looks off balance.
Yeah,
he's. This is a reach by the Bears.
Yeah, he seems like he wasn't rated that high.
Are they going to play him
No.
right tackle? They're going to play him a right tackle?
Where did
They
Steve?
must be.
Where was he ranked? Like
He's ranked high.
Okay.
But, a lot of the
But not
Chicago
this high.
faithful, they wanted the kid from Northwestern, a local kid.
Who I thought was a better tackle than
And
him.
he's still there. Okay.
So,
It's on Darnell Wright, right? He was 0-2-3 for Dane.
They're running the
Brugler's
commercial,
job.
but I think the Tennessee Titans are on the clock. And
if Tennessee
folks, I
is
think
smart, is smart, they take the kid from Northwestern because their
There you go.
offensive line is the worst.
Might take Tennessee might take Will Levis.
Ugh.
The NFL, Levis will probably see my prediction is
you're breaking
they
up
need a
there,
quarterback.
TP. Yeah.
Well, they got a brand new GM,
sorry.
and that would make sense money wise because
Well, they have
so
Ryan
much
Tannehill,
dead
so they
cap
can't trade
space.
for him.
So
The pick is in for Tennessee. So when
Is
they
this
come back
guy
from commercial-
Skoronski, man, is he a guard or a tackle? Because
he's a tackle, I think.
he looked like he's rated as a guard according to Dane Brugler's guide.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I wanted to mention to you guys when I did my mock draft on Sunday with the other guys from whatever a guy I got to pick for the Los Angeles Chargers at pick 21, and I picked this tight end from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer, who I really am impressed with. Michael Mayer.
Irish.
No, he's very good.
Yeah, but that's
Don't let him go to Cincinnati.
I've seen a lot of
No.
he reminds me. I said he reminds me of Dave Casper from the Oakland Raiders. Remember back in the day?
There's an old name for you.
But he was a prolific Hall of Fame tight end.
Well,
So Meyer was one of the better, if not the best weapon Notre Dame had. So they would always run their offense through him.
Right.
And they wouldn't throw to receivers or anything. Everything was going to go through that tight end. And I tell you, it got frustrating as a Notre Dame fan to watch this go down. It's like, okay, we need 5 yards, throw it to Meyer. We need 10 yards, throw it to Meyer. We need 15 yards, throw it to Meyer. You got to have somebody else in your offense besides your tight end. But anyway, that's just a
in your
frustrating
opinion,
Notre
how
Dame.
was he as a tight end?
Oh, he's first round, man. He's good to go.
Well, I said,
Notre Dame is.
I predict he goes pick 21 to the LA Chargers.
Yeah. Notre Dame's put out a lot of tight ends. Notre Dame's put out a lot of good tight ends, and I think he's one of the better ones that'll come out. It's just frustrating when you have a play caller. Of course, he's now, the play caller at Notre Dame was gone, but all he did was just like, hey, throw it to him, throw it to him, throw it to him. It was ridiculous. It was just dumb.
Well, I'm an Ohio State fan, which some of you guys probably are. So Ohio State played Notre Dame in the first game.
Right.
Michael Myers stood out to me. I said, "Who? This guy is huge. He was like it's huge, and he caught every ball thrown his way. I thought he was going to end up beating us."
Okay, the pick is in. They're coming back from commercial here on NFL Network. Again, we are the Fanatical Elfz Network. ESPN is what?
Still in commercial.
Okay.
And I'm on Twitter looking at all the local sports guys I follow. A couple of them I know. Nothing.
Will Levis.
They look excited. I bet they got Will Levis. I bet you're right. Yeah, I can feel it, man. I can
the most
sense
punchable face in the NFL.
Punchable face. Yeah.
Well,
what was the kid in the movie that we? What was it? The Titans. Remember the Titans? The summer boy. The shit. What was it? The kid. The California kid. You know, played. Oh, who was it? You know what I'm saying?
I never even watched that movie. I'm going to admit
I never saw that movie.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, come on now. Somebody's got to have seen. What was the movie? Remember the Titans? What was his name? Oh, it's going to kill me now.
Never saw it.
That's the classic with Denzel Washington.
Remember the Titans?
Yeah.
What's it about? Football?
Football.
Yeah, it was great movie.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the name of the quarterback? They called him the kid, the pretty boy.
I don't know.
Here, I'll look it up.
I'd say a great football movie was The Best of Times with Robin Williams. That's a tremendous movie.
Ronnie Bass.
They had a nickname though in the movie. It's gonna kill me here, but
who is it?
Sunshine.
Sunshine. There you go, Sunshine.
Jack Armstrong, the All-American boy.
All-American boy. Yep.
Remember, Jackson Smith and the Jigba still out there, and Tennessee was also linked to him.
Yeah, but they don't have a quarterback. Well, their quarterbacks.
Well,
Malik Wills. I don't know.
They got Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, they have.
They have Tannehill for the moment. I think he could be traded though.
Did you guys know Ryan Tannehill's wife is very good looking? Just complete side note. If you ever get a chance,
then we should keep him in that case.
Yeah. I think you should.
Yeah.
Google it.
But what does Will Levitt's girlfriend look like?
Look, I coached a little league football team, like I was an assistant coach, and the head coach would, after about 3 rounds of drafting, would look at the wives of the kids. Or there you
go.
The wives of like the moms of the kids, and we would like start picking like the hottest moms' kids.
Oh, perfect strategy. Okay, don't spoil it.
Yeah.
Come on, Will Levis, baby. Let's do it.
No, AJ McCarron's wife is the best of all.
Brodsky.
So they drafted the guard out of Northwestern.
Tackle?
They call him.
There you go.
Is that the kid you were talking about? Yep.
He's a tackle.
Smart.
Unbelievable.
Smart.
Are they going to play him at tackle or guard?
He says here offensive tackle.
Yeah, he played tackle in college, so.
Yeah. Either way.
He's a big horse.
Right tackle or left
They need
tackle?
help on
I'm not even seeing the highlights, man. I'm like on the internet watching this, and it hasn't caught up yet.
So the Lions are next. They have their first pick now. The Lions have fallen back a couple spots. They now have the number 12 pick, which was a Cleveland Browns pick originally with the Houston Texans, and then the Houston Texans used it tonight to move up to number 3. So they took the number 2 pick, C.J. Stroud. They took the number 3 pick, Will Anderson. And now the Detroit Lions are sitting at 12, which would have been the Brownies. But now they're going to pick. So who are they going to take? And then we can all debate this tomorrow in Cleveland media. Man, we could have had this guy, like Joel, you were saying earlier.
I'll tell you what. I will just say that I will trade the 12th pick for Deshaun Watson. That's what I'll do.
I would too. There you go. Watch Detroit trade down.
Well, even last year the Texans had our pick also, and it wasn't no superstar. You know what I mean? So basically, I would do that trade for Deshaun Watson every time.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because these picks,
that's a good thing because we got 3 picks to.
Well, we're going to be after tonight. there's only one more first round pick left to Houston. So
hallelujah.
Yeah, we have a
Sean
second
Watson ever
next year,
does what
so.
he's supposed to do, it'll be worth it. You know.
Browns have a second next year, so they got 7 picks next year. I anticipate a couple more after the weekend.
You know, in the second round pick,
think
you should be able to get, you know, a superstar type player even in the second round with the talent that's coming out nowadays.
if you're taking a corner. I think
Yeah,
that
the
they'll
corners
trade-
are stacked, man. The Browns have got to pick up somebody at the corner position. They always do every year, regardless. But
I think the Browns will trade one of those third round picks, either up or in.
oh,
here
there's
you
your
go.
boy. There's your boy,
Yeah.
Will Levitt's pretty boy.
Yeah. I noticed that the fashion for this draft is like
Look at
the
his
black
girlfriend. Did
suit.
you see his girlfriend? Oh, Joel, you missed the girlfriend.
Is he a girlfriend pick?
I'm thinking so, Joel.
Are you picking him on the basis of his girlfriend?
Well,
Here's the Lions
Well,
pick.
here's the Lions.
if you're picking them on the way their moms look, you need to talk to Zach Wilson.
Here we go. Don't spoil
Zach
it.
Wilson, you're talking about the Zach
Oh,
Wilson's
wow.
mom's
This
friends.
is a shocker.
Oh my
Shocker.
God! They
Shocker.
took a running back, Gibbs.
What the
Yeah, they
What
took
the hell?
Gibbs from Alabama.
Are you kidding
You
me?
could have traded back and got him.
He was supposed
Holy-
to go 30th. I had him going to the Eagles at 30th.
Wow.
if
Well,
you're going to do
gentlemen,
something like that, just trade back. Pick up
Yeah, no.
picks, trade back, and get him in like 15 or 16.
What the heck?
And he's he's not like Najee Harris. He's not as good as him. No way.
Why would they do that? Green Bay's not going to take him. New England's not going to take him. The Jets aren't going to take him.
2 running backs in the first 12 picks.
Yeah, you could have
Wow.
taken him with your second first round pick.
Oh,
I'm
well, that's-
sorry.
You
this-
need to, Joel. You need
There's-
to. You and Elliot need to. You need to get in the Dog Pound Daily chat and see if Randy's surviving.
It's the Lions. They had to do something lion-esque. It's
Joel, I'll make
That's
a statement
sad,
there in
man.
the Dog Pound Daily if you don't first. But
Go ahead.
I just think that's hilarious.
I'm going to give you a prediction
2
now.
running backs in the
I'm
top
gonna-
12.
I'm going to give you guys
That's
a hot
ridiculous.
take. Green Bay is next on the clock. I say they go with Jackson, Smith, and the Jigba.
Yeah, after Rodgers leaves,
oh,
they're gonna
right,
take
yeah,
a-
that
right.
would-
finally going to take a
yes.
wide receiver.
Yes.
watch, and they're going to give the new quarterback a good wide receiver.
Yes, I love it. That's a
my
great
pick.
idea. Absolutely. BP, I'm sold on that. I
you.
think
Plus,
I
the
think
Jets
that's-
are picking at 15. You don't want the Jets to get Jackson, Smith, and the Jigba to go with Aaron Rodgers.
no, no, you've got to put the screws to
Right. Someone's got to take
Yes.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba now
Yes.
before the Jets get them. I hate New York teams.
That guy is awesome. Yes.
That's right.
That's why Stroud looks so great, by the way. It's because
Oh my God.
the jig
Look
is
at-
unbelievable.
ESPN showing the Lions draft room, and they're all so happy. My goodness.
What are
Yeah,
they
they're
so
Lions.
happy about?
I don't know. I mean,
Why-
this draft has running backs from the first round to the 7th round, and 2 running backs in the first 12 picks makes no sense.
Also, there was
whatsoever.
rumors Belichick wanted one of those running backs. That Belichick wanted the running back Bijan, whatever his name is, Bijan.
Right.
Yeah.
Community and their families.
Oh well.
Oh, the Joe
Well, gentlemen,
I got to leave up. We are losing our contributors.
yeah, I
Again,
gotta go.
yes, Steve, thank you for joining us. We are again the Fanatical Elfz Network. We are
Nice.
going to be back on tomorrow night around 7:30, 7:45. So tune into us again, and we'll have the Browns pick at 74. They may be trading up into the second round, so we're going to come on a little early. According to Steve, last year the 74 pick happened around 9:45, so we want to make
Yeah.
sure that we're on with plenty of time. Any final words before we leave? Elliot, we'll go with you. Anything you want to share out before we pack it up?
I'm going to stay on, even if you shut off the
Yes.
recording. I want to
Yep.
stay on and
Yep.
see if BP is correct. I believe he is. I believe his prediction will come true.
Well,
Excellent.
you want to stay on until
Well,
Green
the
Bay?
pick,
Yeah,
well,
we'll go
the
ahead and
pick is
we'll-
in. So
Jackson Smith and
let's-
Jigba. I think that they will. And
Yeah,
I would
let's
see if
laugh my
BP
ass
is
off
right.
if that
Because
happens.
Okay.
that makes
Especially
that
if
makes
they
a
take
lot
him
of
right out
sense.
from underneath of the Jets.
I love it.
Yeah.
Where Rodgers
that-
just went.
They were talking about that they would do this for spite. That this is like to get back at what I mean.
That's a
all
hell
those
of a way to
years,
run a
Perfect
football
all those
sense.
team.
years that Rodgers wanted that they could have taken a wide receiver, and now they do it.
Fight.
That's what they like. We were talking about this earlier on the radio program. Hilarious.
Well, has there been a wide receiver come off the draft board yet?
No,
No.
not
That's
yet.
ridiculous. What NFL are we watching, by the way? This is the goofiest draft. I mean, this is like a 1975 draft. They got running backs coming off the board before wide receivers. What are we watching?
Wait,
You got running
Will
backs,
Levis-
offensive linemen.
This guy Will Levis
Yeah,
wasn't
defensive
taken yet, right?
tackles. What?
Anthony
No, this Will
Anthony
Levis wasn't
Richardson going
taken.
in the top 5.
Yeah, this
Give me a
makes no
break.
sense. This is NFL general managers are not that smart. This is really a dumb draft.
Well, you're a
This'll
rocket
be known.
scientist, so come on, man.
This will be known as
No,
the dartboard.
We're going to
draft.
stay on live, folks,
Yes.
for a little bit longer. For those of you who can join us, some of us might have to leave, but I may actually step out. We're going to we might stop the live feed here momentarily, but guys here that are on, you can stay on air. I've got to join the affiliate over in New Orleans here in about 10, 15 minutes probably, so I might have to leave shortly, but we'll keep it running here so we can continue this discussion.
Yeah, have fun, John. That'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, I'll tell you
I'm gonna
what.
I'm gonna keep this
teams
going.
should hire me. I'll tell the teams to not overdraft the quarterbacks. If you draft a running back in the first round, I'll fire you. And if you don't draft a wide receiver by pick
Green
number
Bay.
15,
There's a
there's
trade.
something wrong with your scouting department. This is today's NFL.
Oh.
They throw the ball. Somebody has to catch it. You need to have wide receivers. Has there been a tight end that's come off the board yet?
No,
Not yet.
No wide receivers and no tight ends. Who's going to catch passes? There are already quarterbacks in the league that know how to throw the ball. Somebody's got to catch the ball.
Hey, the pick is in for Green Bay.
All
Okay.
right.
Oh my God.
Ladies
all right.
and
I really
gentlemen.
want a wide receiver here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Don't spoil it, everybody. All right, here
Not
we go.
going to.
He's coming to the podium now.
Yeah, I do like to kind of watch the commissioner announce these things. I'm kind of old school that way.
With the 13th pick,
Okay.
2023 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Lucas Van Ness,
Ooh,
defensive end, Iowa.
Dang.
edge rusher Luther Van Ness from Iowa.
Oh, man, talk about girlfriends.
Oh my God! Are we really talking
Instant
about
reaction, folks. There you
This? It's
go.
got like 3 girlfriright? Right?
Yeah, we're
You got to pay extra for that.
Damn. Lucky bastard.
Wow.
Lucky bastard.
all right, folks.
Oh my
we're
God.
gonna
Ridiculous.
finish up.
That's probably his sisters on the couch.
We're gonna
I don't
finish
think
up
so.
the live feed here. Again, we are the Fanatical Elfz Network. One last time, we're gonna be back
Yo.
on tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
Why
at
don't we
7.
go around for parting shots? Go around the table here for
Yes,
parting
we
shots.
will,
each
and
guy.
then just make sure to come back again. Everybody that's tuning in and listening. Final thoughts, Steve. You can go first.
I hope
Final
Will
thought.
Levitt sits in that room all night long.
BP. Final thought.
I'm interested to see where Will Smith and the Jigbo should be fading.
Okay.
And I'm
Joel.
looking forward to tomorrow when the
I'm
Browns
sorry.
finally draft around 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure to bring the party bring your drinks and party
Somewhere
snack.
around midnight tomorrow.
That's right. Joel, final thoughts.
Whoever has the dirt on Mozzie Smith, please release it now. I need him to drop about 3 rounds. So we need to get him into striking distance for the Browns. So just like if he's smoking a gas mask bomb, bring that thing out. If he's like
Show it.
got some racist tweets from when he was 12, put that stuff out there. Whatever it is you can come up with, let's make it happen. Drop Mozzie Smith.
There you go. Village Elliott, one last thought before we leave and stop the live feed.
This draft is totally insane. General managers don't know what they're doing. There's nobody to catch the ball, and they're drafting too many quarterbacks prematurely.
Uh-oh.
Looks like Pittsburgh come
Wait
up.
a second. We got breaking news. Steelers are trading up.
Oh no.
They're at the next pick, folks. We can't leave you yet because we got the Steelers taking a pick. They just moved up.
There's somebody they want really bad.
Yeah, there's somebody they want.
And guess who it might be?
They were at 17. They moved up 3 spots to 14.
I got a
feeling if they get Jackson Smith and the Jigba.
I got a feeling it is. They love Ohio State players.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus, Jiminy. Are you kidding me?
They should have drafted Will Levis because they need a quarterback.
Oh, I'm friends with these two guys that I do the Cavs podcast. They're Steelers fans. These traders.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. Yeah, the one guy, he works for the Steelers. Yeah.
Man. If they take Jackson, and they're both Ohio State fans. If they get Jackson Smith and the Jigba.
Oh, they'll be insufferable.
I might have to patch them in tomorrow. We can have a.
Does Jackson Smith and Jigba have a TikTok account?
Please don't.
Well, his brother plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Doesn't he play third base or something?
I think he plays right field. Yeah, there's an Njigba, a Smith and Njigba that plays for the Pirates. Really? I remember watching the Reds were on.
Holy shit. The Steelers are on the clock. I can't believe it.
Oh, boy.
I can. There's somebody they really want, and they don't want to take any chances in getting him.
And they probably want to jump in front of the Jets to take this receiver.
Oh, that's a good point.
They don't want Aaron Rodgers to have him either.
Is that – yeah.
No, that's Spike.
Oh, that's a good point.
Thank you.
Man, good.
That's why I'm here.
Good job, guys. Wow.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, Kanan Smith in Jigba plays outfield.
Yeah,
correct.
I think it was right
plays
field.
Outfield for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Bats left, throws right.
Yeah, the Pirates are tearing it up this year, but that's baseball. We're not going to get into baseball.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Man, the pick is in here.
All right, don't give any Pittsburgh fans the satisfaction of us hearing us moan.
Okay, I'm going to cut the show. We're going to say goodbye. Goodbye, folks.
Well, he's batting 125.
Well, again, folks, this is the Fanatical Elfz Network on Fans First Sports Network.
17th and a 4th. Huh.
The 17th.
So,
did you get the
Bill
pick?
Belichick's dog got the 17th pick and a 4th rounder this year.
The pick is in for the Steelers. The pick is in.
All right, here we go. Maybe unless they go to commercial here. Hopefully not.
The Steelers. Just the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So we're gonna break right after this with our live feed because we gotta go. But we'll be back again, like we said, tomorrow night about 7:30, 7:45. Watch for us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
I want one of those big Will Levis heads.
If the Steelers are smart, they take an offensive lineman. I'm just saying.
Here we go. Here's the pick.
But I don't know. The Bengals.
I said that when they took Najee Harris, and they took Najee Harris.
The New England Patriots have traded the 14th pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And the pick
the 14th pick in the 2023
is
NFL draft. The Pittsburgh Steelers select Broderick Jones.
Yes.
Offensive tackle, Georgia.
Good.
Okay.
Wow.
Good.
Broderick Jones, tackle from Georgia.
He's good.
Well,
Offensive
he's a good tackle, but I'm
Offensive
still liking my chances with Myles Garrett. So,
yeah.
Absolutely. Folks,
Yep.
it's been real. I hope everyone's had a great night watching us live. We've been on for 2 hours. So congratulations, guys.
God.
We
Time
did
flies,
it, man. You guys are the best. We are the best crew here. Tune in to us. Follow our podcast. We've got What the Elf Is That? We got the Johnny Cleveland podcast. We got the Fanatical Elfz show. We got the Browns Blitz with Rod. So tune back into us, guys. We love talking Browns like you guys like listening to us. We'll see you tomorrow night. Go Browns. And thank you for watching our show. We'll leave you with a little music on the way out. Take care, everybody.
Go Browns.
See you, Cleveland.